A couple of years ago, I had been having a lot of bad luck in the love department and decided to try one of those online dating apps. I'd been talking to a guy for a couple of weeks and we had hung out a couple of times. One day, we were just driving around when he said he wanted to go to smoke some pot at a local park and walk the trails in the woods. I had smoked before, but not often, and had several hours before I had to be at work. So I said sure, why not? We went to a nearby house. He went in and bought some of the pot, and then we drove away. After I had taken a couple of puffs, I said I was good and didn't want any more. That was when things started to go bad. He got really pushy and said that I was being a pussy when I refused. He grabbed the back of my neck and shotgunned a massive cloud of smoke into my lungs. Almost immediately I started to not feel right. As I've said before, I have smoked weed in the past and knew what being high felt like, and this wasn't it. I tried to text message my ex, who was still my best friend at the time. I messaged him, "At the park, something wrong." What was I meant to say? But it was just all jumbled. The whole time this guy is sitting there, asking me pointless and meaningless questions like, "Isn't that tree pretty? What's your favorite ice cream place?" My ex called my phone and started asking me things. "Are you okay? Should I call the police?" I told him I was fine and no, hoping he would hear the panic in my voice, as I was afraid of letting this guy know that I had tried to get help. At that point, the creep got out of the car, walked over to my side and opened the door. He said we should go for a walk and that I would feel better. I got as far as the playground and sat down. There was really no way I was willingly going to go into the woods with this guy. He kept acting like I was just really high and needed to walk it off, but I had never felt like this before. I was freezing and burning at the same time, dizzy beyond belief, and was having problems staying conscious. Just when I thought that there would be no help, a park ranger thankfully drove through the park, and I tried to wave him down, but the guy made it look like we were just waving to be friendly. Then my phone vibrated with a text. It was my ex telling me that his sister was on his way to get me and to hang on. I had never been so happy in my life. When she got there, she told him I was leaving with her, and she took me home where my ex was waiting. He took care of me the rest of the night and constantly felt like I was spinning. The next day we went back to the park to retrieve my car, and my ex told me that he had spoken to a few people that he knew, and the house that we had went to buy the pot from has been selling it laced with GHB. I got lucky that day. I was lucky enough to realize that something wasn't right, lucky to have the determination to stay conscious, and smart enough to make sure that he didn't get his hands on my phone or keys. I don't want to know what would have happened to me if he would have gotten me in those woods, and I will never use a dating app again. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe, as you won't want to miss what I have in store for you next. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.